In today's video, I'm going to take you through a 20-minute osteoporosis full body workout. So I've got 10 exercises for you. We're doing 2 rounds. We're going 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. You'll need a chair, a couple of weights, depending on however easy you think you're going to find it. We'll be doing some lifting above our head. So if you want a cans of beans, might be okay if this is the first one. You'll also need a step. Now, first exercise is going to be a squat. So you're going to stick your bottom out. You want feet around hip width apart. Off we go. And then you're going to come back up. So you're going to squat down, come back up, side on, hips back. So when you're doing this exercise, you should be able to see your toes. Knees stay behind your toes. Imagine you're sitting in a chair and you're going to park your bottom in your chair behind you. Work for a range that feels comfortable. So if you only want to do 50% of the movement and back up, that's absolutely fine. If you want to hold on to something in front of you, that's fine as well. Perfect. Okay, next exercise is going to be a press up. Now, I haven't got a wall here, but if you wanted to, you could do it against the wall to begin with. So you're going to have feet, a couple of feet away from the wall, and you're going to push, come forwards against the wall onto your hands and back. Because I'm outside and I haven't got a wall, I'm going to do them on the floor. You could get your yoga mat out and just come down and back up, down, back up. Off you go. Okay, so this is going to be good for your elbows, shoulders, chest, upper back. If you found it a bit too sore on the wrist, you can make a fist and do it so your wrist isn't as bent. If you're doing it against the wall, then it'll be a little bit easier. 5 seconds. And stop there. Well done. Okay, next exercise is going to be a deadlift. So grab your weights for this one, have them on the floor. If you haven't got any weights at home, a rucksack with a few bottles of water in it, a few heavy books will be fine to begin with. And you're gonna bend over, hold on to your weights, try and keep a nice straight back, and then you're just gonna straighten up through your knees and your hips, and then lower back down. Straighten up, and then lower back down. Off we go. If you felt that going this low was too challenging, you can get a chair in front of you, pop your weights on the chair, and then you're just going to be going 50%. So you just go to here and then straighten back up. Halfway and straighten back up. So with all of these exercises, there will be a level that we can regress things back to. One more. To make it tolerable for you with every exercises, nearly every single time. So you're going to keep a hold of your weights for this one. You're going to do a shoulder press. So you're going to have weights in each hand. You're going to come up above your head and back down. You can do this sat down if you'd prefer. You can do it in standing. It's up to you. So get your weights. Anything above your head is going to feel relatively heavy. So start off with something nice and light, and then you can gradually build up as you progress. So you start with your weights next to your shoulders. You're going to push up and then back down, up and then back down. So this is a tough one, but the whole point of all of these exercises is that we're trying to give you functional movements with a little bit of load that are going to make things easier day to day. That's what it basically comes down to. It's not a case of saying, here's some exercises, see how you get on. Each movement is designed to make things easier day to day. So hopefully this will help you lifting anything into the top shelf at home, in the garage, putting anything away above your head, cleaning above your head, any of that stuff. That's going to be a great exercise for. Next one is just going to be marching on the spot. So if you've got osteoporosis, we know that bones need load to function properly, muscles need load to function properly. So we're getting a little bit of impact through the shins, femur, thigh bone, hips, back. That's so. Off we go. So trying to get a little bit of load going through those legs. If you want to do a tiny step to begin with, that's fine, but build it up over time as you gain confidence and as you get a bit stronger and a bit happier. And just doing a march on the spot. The second round, if you're feeling really confident, we could play around with having a little jog on the spot, we'll see. But if you're sort of more advanced, getting off the ground and landing on those legs is a good idea if you can tolerate it. Okay, next one is going to be an upright row. So you're going to start with your weights next to your thighs. You're going to come up, bring the weights underneath your chin, and then slowly down. So it might be with this one, because it's a little bit closer to you, the movement's not as big, you actually might find that you can lift a little bit more weight than the one above your head. That's a really tough one. So we're going to bring the weights up to our chest and back down. Bring the weights up to our chest and then back down. If you're wondering why I'm outside today, it's because we've got a heat wave in the UK and it's 30 degrees and even hotter inside. So filmed a couple of workouts this morning and it was pretty unbearable. So in the garden with a bit of a breeze. Okay, perfect. Right, next one is going to be a split squat. For the first round, we'll do one side and the next round we'll do the other side. So let's go right leg in front for the first round and you're going to come down and back up. Take a nice big step out in front. If you take a small step, your knee's got to come right over your toe. Be a bit uncomfortable on the knee if you do have any knee pain. So nice big step. You're going to come down, back up, hold on to something. Haven't got anything to hold on to here, but you could have a back of a chair to the side of you, or you could do it next to a wall or your kitchen surface. That will give you some support. And if it's a bit too difficult, just go through less range. So just go 50% of the range and then back up, 50% back up. And then as you practice the video, as you do it more, practice makes perfect. You have to go a little bit lower and you have to work through more range. Last one, perfect. Okay, next one, we're gonna do upper limbs again. We're gonna do a bent over row. So 2 options. If you're a bit unstable, you can do one arm at a time and hold on to the wall or kitchen surface with the other arm. If you feel all right, you can bend over, you can do both arms at the same time. So you're sort of squeezing the shoulder blades together, keeping those elbows nice and close to you and bringing those weights up towards your chest. 2, 1, off we go. So really loading those muscles, loading those bones. So the more we've learned about osteoporosis, the more we know that loading the bones is what we're trying to achieve. There's lots of really unhelpful information online, and depending who your healthcare professional is, they may give you some unhelpful information as well, but we need to get out of this cycle of avoiding things like lifting and bending, because all that is going to happen if we avoid things is we're going to become weaker, more deconditioned, and things are going to become more challenging. So we need to practice them, to build things up very slowly and gradually and progressively, but we need to practice things. So next one is a step up. So first round we'll do one leg, next round we'll do the other leg. So I'm going to do right leg this time. I'm going to come up, back down, up, back down. If you don't have a step, just step forward, drive up with the opposite leg. Take a step back, step forwards with the right leg, drive up. Go up, down, up, down, up, down. Again, have something next to you if you need a little bit of balance and support. That's absolutely fine. Okay, last 5 seconds. Last one. Stop there. I am getting a sweat on. Okay, right. This is where the chair comes in. So grab your chair. It needs to have arms on it, okay? So have your chair so I'm going to sit to the side of you. You can have your feet, your knees bent as you would be sat normally, but we're going to do a seated dip. So you're just going to push up through the arms of the chair and then you're going to sit back down. Push up through the arms of the chair and then sit back down. And we're going now. Off we go. So up, down, up, down. If you find that quite easy, you can pop your legs, sit right towards the end of the chair, legs out in front, push up, back down. That'll be a little bit harder. Harder again, you could hold on to the seat and dip lower than the chair. Up to you. Start off with the easy version and then build up from there. Okay. Oh my goodness, I'm very, very hot. Right, second round coming up. Grab yourself a little drink. Certainly hard work. First one is going to be a squat. So, hold on to something if you need to. Feet hip width apart, driving those hips back, and then standing back up until you're straight again. Push your bum out, stand up, and we're going to do 30 seconds of that starting right now. Off we go. Great work. Why are we doing this? Like we said, it's about trying to improve day-to-day activity. So this is the same as getting off the loo, getting out of a chair, getting out of a car. If you've got knee pain, if you've got hip pain or ankle pain, you might have found that you compensate and use your arms more. If you get into a cycle of doing that, last one, again, all that's going to happen is legs are going to get a bit weaker, a bit more deconditioned, and we're going to be a bit more out of practice. So if we want to improve, if we want to get better, we have to practice things. Okay, right. Next one is your variation of a press up to you, whether you're doing it against the wall or whether you're doing it on the floor. I'm going to get on the floor again. Hands are about shoulder width apart, and you're going to just come chest to the floor and then back down. Off we go. Down and up. If it's too difficult, just go little way and then back up. Little way and then back up. Just in this position, getting used to having some weight going through your bones and your joints is a good exercise even in itself. Just a 30-second hold. If you're struggling to move through range, that's fine. One for luck. Okay, great work guys, we're doing a brilliant job. Okay, next one is a deadlift. So I'll show you what I meant earlier by making it a bit easier for yourself. If you did want to just do it to the chair, have your weights on the chair, nice straight back, hold on to your weights, and then extend through the back and the hips and the knees. Just weights to the chair and then come back up, okay? You choose whatever works for you. The more you practice, better you'll get. Off we go. So we're going to keep a nice straight back, drive up through the knees, hips, back. With these lower limb exercises, we're trying to use compound movements. That's just a fancy way of saying we want to do exercises that move multiple joints at the same time, because we're going to get a lot more out of it. It's a lot more time efficient. So with a squat, with this exercise, with the split squat, you're using ankle, knee, hip, back, core. So you're getting lots of muscles working just with one exercise. Okay, toughie coming up. So we've got the shoulder press coming up. So we've got weights above the head and then back down. I am sweating. Okay, right, 15 seconds left. Enjoy the rest. Okay, we're gonna get ready for the next one. So, weights next to the shoulders, coming up above our head, and then back down, off we go. So push up, and then back down. Push up, and then back down. It is absolutely baking. You know how us Brits love to moan about the weather, so it's either too hot or too cold. There's nothing in between. Okay, last one, and then back down. Great work. Okay, back to having a little march on the spot. I did say, if you want to break into a bit of a jog, go for it. Let's give it a go this time. So if you haven't got too much soreness in your joints and you can break into a jog, that's fine. So start off with a march. And if you wanted to do a very small jog, just to get those bones loaded, then that's a really good thing to try and do. Off we go. So we're going to do a very small jog. If you felt that you could go faster, you could bring your knees and your hips up higher, then that's fine as well. But just going to do a small one for the purpose of this. Other exercises that are going to be good for bone loading: jumping, hopping, landing. I'm just going to nip forwards because my screensaver's died. Last few seconds. And stop there. Okay, right. Grabbing your weights for your next shoulder exercise. We're going to do the upright row. So weights underneath the chest, chin up to the chest and then back down. Weights up to the chin and then back down. So hopefully you're feeling like things are working, certainly feeling it in the legs and the arms already. 5 seconds left and off we go. So weights up to the chest, chin again, weights up to the chin and then back down. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Hopefully you're feeling a bit puffed out, getting a bit of a sweat on. We're nearly there. You're doing a great job. And stop there. Great work. Okay, back to the split squats. So last time we did the right side, this time we're going to do the left leg. So left leg out in front, nice big step. We're going aiming for this knee down towards the floor. Okay, so you're going down, back up. Make the most of the rest. Take it easy. Grab a swig of water if you need to. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go down, back up. So again, this leg is the one in front this time. Remember, nice big step out in front. Hold on to something if you need to. It's impossible to load yourself optimally, so load those joints, load those bones, if you're off balance. It's much better to be holding on to something, make sure you're nice and stable, and then you can load yourself more. This is not a balance exercise, this is a strength exercise, so we need to be nice and stable. Perfect. Okay, next one is a bent over row. So that's the one where we're leaning forwards a little bit, bent over. Like I said, if you have decided to do one side, hold on to the kitchen surface, hold on to the back of a chair, get into sort of a semi-lunge position, and you just do one arm at a time, like that. Okay, we're going to go for 2 for today. Keep that back nice and straight, pulling up towards you and back down. So that kind of pulling the lawnmower, starting the lawnmower type movement, which is appropriate for today's video. Cool. So bringing those weights up towards your chest, and don't look at these weights and think, oh, this is too scary, I can't do that. Grab a can of beans, it can be anything, bottle of water. Start off with a very light load, and then you can progress gradually as you get a bit stronger. Whew. Okay, well done. Right, last couple. Step up, going left side this time. So we're gonna step with the left, drive with the right. If you haven't got a step, you're just gonna start in standing, step with the left, drive with the right. Take a step back, step with the left, drive with the right, okay? Again, hold on if you need to. It's not cheating, we need to be stable. So holding on if you need to, driving up, back down, driving up, back down. You're gonna keep going for that 30 seconds. If 30 seconds is too long for you, don't worry, do 10 seconds. Have a 5-second break and you do another 10 seconds, whatever works. This is just about doing something. Anything is better than doing nothing. So doing something and then building up gradually over time when you found a level that you feel comfortable with. Last one. Whew. Okay, right, let's get rid of that. Now back to the dip, which you'll be pleased to know is the last one. So in sitting, take the weight off those weary legs. Whew, certainly enjoying sitting down. 10 seconds left and it's pushing through the arms, getting the shoulders working, getting the elbows working, and back down. 2, 1, off we go. So another way that you can kind of monitor your progress is count how many you can do the first time you try this video in your 30 seconds. It might be 6, it might be 8, it might be 10. Practice it regularly, 2 or 3 times a week. Practice it for 6 weeks and then count how many you can do in that 6th week. I promise you, if you've been practicing, you'll be able to do quite a few more. Okay, push for that last 5. One more, and we've done. Okay, great work. That was a tough workout. I really hope you found it helpful. If you did, you can show your appreciation by liking the video below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the video. It means you'll get notified every time I bring out new osteoarthritis, joint pain related help, which I do every single week. And if you have found it helpful, it also means more people will see the video that you have found useful. So whilst you're doing that, I'll see you in the next one.